Hey there, and welcome back to Surf Central Station's How to Beat series. Today, we're going to be going over the map surf_utopia_njv as requested by Dizzy Hamster in the previous video. Once again, if you'd like to request a map that I'm going to do on the series, then in the comment section down below on this video, just request a map, and then the comment with the most likes will be the next map that I do. Thanks, let's get right into it. Just like on any other map, start on the top middle part of the ramp so you have the highest point, and as you go down the ramp you gain the most speed. You don't really need to flick at all here, just stay as low as possible and almost just graze your feet off the top of this giant wall, and you'll keep your speed really well to the next ramp. Right here you have two options. You can either A, cross across to the other side and just go straight to the next ramp and skip the curve, or you can take the curve by holding the opposite key that you'd usually use to stick to the ramp. If you go to the right, it would be D, and if you go to the left, it would actually be A. You're going to want to air strafe over to the right and then air strafe left a little bit to make yourself parallel with this ramp, so then you keep your speed and keep your momentum smoothly. You'll notice I go up this ramp on my left a little bit, and then that gives me just enough height to get to the next ramp. You don't want to flick heavy, but you want to flick a little tiny bit. Just like other curved ramps, you want to hold the opposite key, so in this case you'd hold A to go with the curve, but unlike other ones, you don't want to like stick to it at the very end and then flick. You actually just want to keep holding the opposite key as long as you have the speed, and that'll actually, you'll still have enough height to get to the next ramp easily. To cross this gap, do not flick almost at all, just the tiniest amount. Stay about this low here on this ramp because the next section is actually downhill, so you have a lot of speed here and you want to come off low so that you match the descend of the next ramp. Right here you have two different routes you can do. You can do the easy route, which is really easy to perform, and the advanced route. So the easy route, you want to go up and around the back side of this giant pillar and then land on the glass ramp and then just keep going on the map. Whereas the advanced route, you actually want to skip the entire pillar and just barely sneak through, just like this. I recommend landing on the opposite side of the ramp as from where you're coming, because your momentum and speed in the direction you're going actually makes it for a very smooth transition onto the other side, instead of smashing into it on the same side. This is the final flick of the map. As long as you have a decent amount of speed, you should make this easily. You can flick high, low, whatever. On other versions of the map, like Utopia V3, the ending is actually right at the very top of the ceiling, which is a lot harder of a jump for newer players. So you'll see what I mean if you see the other versions of Utopia. And then there's also Utopia Night, which you have to go around a weird pillar in the middle, but generally all versions of Utopia are the same, just the ending's different. Now that we know how to beat Utopia, I'm going to show you a full run through the map in a one shot in a good route, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching.